Hello and welcome to the Tarot de Marseille reading for December 21st, 2020, the day of the Great Conjunction, Saturn Jupiter, the day when Zeus and Kronos reunite. Well, enough Greek mythology. Let's get on to the Tarot de Marseille. We start off, as it could not be any other way, with the House of God. That great place where all things are possible, and we just don't know what we get out of there. And what we seem to have gotten out of there is a hunger for a conclusion, a spiritual conclusion. Understanding becomes of the utmost importance, and we have a great thought storm around this understanding. This great thought storm produces the great revelation of spirit. All this in the past produced the great revelation of spirit. Now, with this great revelation of spirit, there is judgment. There is judgment. There's always judgment. The factor of judgment is in all things. It's not always the most relevant factor. Usually justice plays a secondary role. It tags along with you and comes out when necessary. And the great revelation of spirit is that after every big change, such as in death, there is a judgment. Everything judges you. And you see how you do. You will have your positive and your negative. In the present, we have justice. And the teachers who have united, this in the present, the justice and the teachers have united. And they receive information. The mind receives. And what the mind receives is the joy of matter. Where is the joy of matter? Which leads to the question, what is the understanding of matter? And it seems that the result is that it is a protective understanding. Matter, all these particles collaborating to form. The particles never fight one another. They work collaboratively in a protective nature to form matter. The future. We are hung upon a change. We will become hung upon the change of direction and obsessed about the way forwards. The way forwards in today's tarot reading points through the King of Cups, otherwise known as the King of Hearts, otherwise known as the King of Emotions. So it is an emotional way forward. Now we have a king, which means we will be on top of our emotions. We will understand them enough to know how to deal with them. As a King of Cups so illustrates by his example. This brings about a completion of a material cycle. A completion of a material cycle which will produce the extremes of emotion. Now, the extremes of emotion can be handled various ways. It is an extreme of emotion to freak out. That is extreme emotion when you freak out. It is also extreme emotion when you have a deep spiritual revelation. And of course, the fives are patroned by the Pope. And the Pope is a spiritual card. 5 is a spiritual number. It can be related to the 5 elements of matter, which are very intertwined in the Tarot makeup. Fire, instinct. Earth, the constructive element. Air, the realm of the mind. And water, the emotion, leaving to be the 5th element, ether, the combination of all. So there are various ways to confront the extremities of emotions. Fives connote extremities. I read my 5s as extremes, as the Pope, the spiritual concept, is an extreme thought. It's also an extreme thought to the great changes of state, the things that cause great changes, the things that can cause great changes, not necessarily have caused them, but that can cause them. And here we have it in the emotions. Thankfully, we have also had the King of Cups as the way forward. And we will need him to confront these extreme emotions of the chain, the completion of cycle, the completion of a material cycle. It is 2020. A decade has gone by. It may get emotional. Stay on top of your emotions. Thank you for watching.